Hey everybody, welcome to ACP FInite. I'm your teacher, Mr. Gretz. I'm going to kind of go through, talk a little bit about who I am, tell you a little bit about myself and my family. Then we'll get into talk about what FInite is, how to navigate its learning, how the course will be organized. So obviously I'm Mr. Gretz. There's a picture of my family there. It's my wife, Kathleen. She is a health teacher here at East also. A lot of you probably had her for health. My kids, Morgan and Michael. Morgan is going to be a second grader at Smith Elementary, and Michael just turned 5, and he's still in preschool for one more year. You can, a lot of you probably obviously can figure out from the picture. I coach baseball here at East. I've been the head coach for 10 or 11 years now. I've been teaching at East this is my 15th year. Kind of taught everything right now. I teach Algebra 2, AP Statistics, and this class, ACP FInite. I went to DePaul University. I majored in mathematics, and while I was there, I played football and baseball. So as you can see, I like baseball. I'm a big Cubs fan. I'm also a big Ohio State football fan. Enjoy 80s and 90s music, kind of enjoy all types of music though. I grew up in a pretty musical household. My dad actually currently plays the organ at First Lutheran Church in Columbus. And my sister is the principal cellist in the Tucson Symphony. So kind of sports and music was my childhood. So anyway, kind of things I like to do outside of all this. As you can see down there by the little Food Network icon. I would say my biggest hobby is cooking. I like, cooking all different types of food. So ask me about it. If you enjoy it, let me know. But that's a little bit about me. I'm going to move on now to talking about what FInite is, how to navigate its learning. So first off, what is FInite? And it's hard to cover that in a sentence. We really cover a lot of different topics in finite math. The first semester we start with what's called set theory. Then we move into really 3 chapters on probability. So when you're done with first semester, you'll have a pretty good handle on probability, ideally. So then we'll have a midterm, which is it's our final, but it's the IU midterm that they give us for you to take at the end of the first semester. And then second semester, it's kind of a change of gears. We start with some linear equation review. We do a little systems of equations, and then we get into matrices, linear programming, and then we kind of finish with what are called Markov chains, which is kind of combine some probabilities, some matrices all together. So that's in a nutshell what ACP FInite is. So this will be a challenging course. It's going to make you think. Obviously, it's a college course, so you'll get frustrated. You'll also have a good sense of accomplishment when you finish, though, and when you get a problem right after thinking about it for a long period of time. And I think that's the biggest thing with this class. It really teaches you how to think. And the one thing I want you to understand is, it's okay if you don't know how to do something. All right, that means you're learning. All right, if you're struggling with something, if you don't get it, that means you're learning and you're finding ways to figure it out. That's really what we want this class to develop, not just the math skills, but the thinking skills and the problem-solving skills. So that's FInite. I want to get into what its learning page will look like. So if you get on its learning and you go to your courses and you choose FInite Math or M118, which is what it is at IU, it's going to look something like this. This video I'm currently making will be right here. But if you look on here, you've got over here to the right, easy access to get to this and past lessons, which these are all also in the plans, which I will show you shortly. Scrolling down over here, how to get a hold of me, email, or its learning messages. I get them both on my phone. I can answer them quickly, ideally. If I'm getting stuff in the evening, maybe not so much with my family, but I still try to get to your response as quick as I can. So don't hesitate to ask me questions as they come up. Over here is a link to our syllabus. There's an assignments section at the end of the syllabus. You can kind of ignore that for now because we will use the IU WebWork, which is an online homework system. Kind of gives you immediate feedback, good practice. It's put out by them. That's what they use for all their math courses at IU. We don't have access to that yet. So you guys have to get your IU account set up, and then eventually you'll be able to get on the WebWork. So I'll have a separate screencast if I show how to do all that. There's also a link to the IU Canvas site, which is where you'll find WebWork. Again, you don't have access to that yet, so we'll hold off on showing all that. So anyway, if you scroll down a little more, there's another link to the plans, both this one and up here, link you to the plans. Okay, or you can click on plans. And basically every chapter I'm going to have a topic. So started with a course introduction. The first day we'll do kind of go through, we'll get to know you. We'll talk about we'll go through the syllabus. We'll do a little pre-test to kind of see where you are with certain math skills that are important to be able to know for this class. One key piece of information is IU doesn't allow calculators. So there's some things you have to do by hand. I want to make sure we understand before we really get into it. I don't want to leave people behind that maybe don't have or aren't great at certain skills. So anyway, that's the first day. And then we'll get into chapter 1, which is on set theory, where kind of how it'll go. I don't have it posted on here as of this video, but I'm going to have video notes for you to watch. And basically for you to take notes, and it kind of allows you, I want to do it that way because it's going to allow you to, if you don't understand something, you can stop, rewind, look at it again. Or if you're, not the quickest note taker, like, I was bad at notes because I, couldn't write neatly fast enough. So this allows you to pause, rewind, make sure you keep up. It's kind of hard to do that in a live class setting sometimes. So kind of lets you learn at your own pace in that way. And then class will then be, you'll come with questions that you have. I can work through more examples, problems, do further explanation. We'll do activities. And then you'll have some time in class to work on your homework assignments, where I'm here to answer questions kind of like you would maybe at IU in with like a TA or with a tutor or something. That's kind of how class will be. So anyway, that's a little quick introduction to what FInite is, how to navigate its learning. So hope the year goes great. Looking forward to teaching all you guys.